Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, August 12th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. I'll tell you, it's always good to know that I'm not shouting into a vacuum every day and that you all keep me on my toes. Shortly after we released the DNB yesterday, school spokesman, hello parents, Bob Moser, sent me an email letting me know that the fine for getting busted on the school bus camera system is $250 and no points. That's a steep fine. But if you get pulled over by a cop for it, it's $500 and 3 points. Don't pass school buses. And another one of you guys chided me on Acqua al 2, which is that new restaurant at the top of Main Street, and advised me that it was Italian, and it was called Acqua al Dua, sort of like this, right?
Fragile. It must be Italian.
All right, let's get into the news, shall we? A Crofton woman has filed a federal civil rights lawsuit against the Anne Arundel County Police Department. This stems from an incident at her home in Crofton on January 31st. She had called police to her home for a dispute with her son, Michael Quarles. When they arrived, she could not come to the front door and told police to break in, which they did. She advised police that her son did not have a weapon. They found Quarles in a bedroom upstairs, and while attempting to handcuff him, he began to resist. A taser was deployed with no effect, and the scuffle continued, with an officer identified as Jay Ricci shot and killed the 20-year-old. The lawsuit does claim that his constitutional rights were violated. No idea when this will make it into court. Hey, do you have a hybrid or an EV or electric vehicle? Don't you just love scooting along in those HOV lanes? Well, not for much longer. That exception to allow EVs in the HOV lane without the minimum number of passengers is going to end on September 30th. Maryland is zapping the 12-year-old program because there are now, well, a lot of hybrids and EVs on the road, and it's sort of defeating the perk of a faster, less congested commute. But if you do have the minimum number of passengers, you're good to go. And no dressing up any blow-up dolls to look like passengers. The cops are on to that trick. The Anne Arundel County Chamber of Commerce has announced the new inductees into their Hall of Fame. The big shindig will be in November, where they will salute Lex Burney, who is the CEO of the Brick Companies, Jerry South, who is the CEO of Town Park, Vicki Callahan, the CEO of Opportunity Builders, Fred Sussman, an attorney with Counsel Baradell, and another attorney, Harry Blumenthal. I might add that the first 4 out of those 5 are all graduates of Leadership Anne Arundel. Highly recommend the program. In addition, they will present a Lifetime Achievement Award to civil rights activist and really a good guy, Carl Snowden. So congrats to all. Pups on the Severn. Watermark will be hosting their Dog Days of Summer on Wednesday, the 17th of August. Come on down to City Dock in the evening with your pup and enjoy a great cruise on the Harbor Queen. It's going to cost you to get on, but it's free for the pup, and there is a cash bar and a snack bar for you as well. The well-behaved puppers are free, and they can enjoy a number of onboard swimming pools. That sounds pretty nice. And bobbing for hot dogs. And as a human, that sounds really gross, but as a dog, well, that kind of sounds somewhat cannibalistic to me, but I guess they enjoy it. Advanced reservations are recommended, and to get them, you want to go to cruisesonthebay.com and then look for the Dog Days cruise tickets. Tickets are $35 for adults and $15 for the 3 to 11 crowd, and half of the ticket sales are going to go to, you guessed it, the Anne Arundel County SPCA. And as Raoul Graves might say, woof. All right, here's the part where I usually have some cool stuff going on around town, but as I looked at my calendar, not a whole lot beyond the usual suspects. Dinner under the stars tomorrow night, concert at City Dock on Sunday evening, and really, that's about it. The weather does look pretty spectacular and temperate, so get out there and enjoy it. Maybe go on a sail on the Wilma Lee. Just remember, when you book your tickets, use the code ISPY, EYESPY, and the number 5, and that's going to save you $5 off of every ticket you buy. And that's it for the news, but here is some podcast news for you. Tomorrow on the Local Business Spotlight, we have Peak Social and all the great social athletic leagues they are running. Next weekend, it is U Spirit Foundation, and I just recorded yesterday over at Davis's Pub, actually, a great podcast with one of the most interesting guys in town, Jeff Holland. So you want to stay tuned for that sometime. No promises when that's coming out, but soon. As always, please let your friends, family, and colleagues all know to give us a follow. It really does help, and thank you in advance for that. Of course, we do thank you for listening and putting up with this every day. We also thank our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief, Solar Energy Services, Alpha Engineering, and the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long-End Foster Company. It is Friday, and the weekend is here, so now it is time just to say have a great weekend. Be nice to others, do something fun, and keep shopping local. Other than that, we're going to see you here on Monday. Now you need to hang tight because George Young from DCMD VA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather report. All of that in just a second.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt.
One of the biggest questions I'm getting asked right now, what is going on with the housing market? Well, when the interest rates jumped up 2 percentage points, mortgage payments went up 20% for the same home. This is starting to have an effect on the number of buyers we are seeing, with 10% fewer home sales than last spring. However, our inventory is 25% lower than the same time last year. What does all this mean? There are more home buyers than homes on the market, so prices are still increasing. Now more than ever, it's time to work with someone who can guide you with solid, proven advice. Wisdom, proactiveness, and intense marketing make a huge difference. Please give us a call today and let us help you navigate these waters. We promise to educate and guide you with your best interest at heart.
That's another moving moment with Kristi Neidhardt of Northrop Realty, a Long-End Foster Company. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMD VA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMD VA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMD VA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, August 12th. Yesterday started the change process across the Annapolis region as the frontal boundary moved through, paving the way for a new cooler air mass to move into place for the next several days. Look for sunny, breezy highs today in the 80 to 85 degree range, with AM lows tomorrow in the upper 50s to mid or upper 60s for most of Anne Arundel County, with conditions this weekend expected to be very nice both days with sunshine, lower humidity, and high temps again, only 80 to 85 degrees both days, with the expectation for next week being for low to mid 80s to remain in place through at least Wednesday, though we'll see a return of rain chances starting Monday. But get out and enjoy today through Sunday as much as possible as the weather continues across the Mid-Atlantic to be about as good as it gets for mid-August. Okay, that's it for today and this week. This is George Young of DCMD VA Weather. Make it a great day and weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And definitely be sure to download our DCMD VA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.